The world belongs to those who see what others ignore, but it eventually crushes those who do nothing but watch. You possess that rare ability to analyze every detail, to read between the lines, and to grasp the invisible mechanics of reality. This is an immense strength, a gift of foresight. But be warned, for this gift has a dark side. If you aren't careful, your mind can become a golden cage where every thought is another bar. Welcome to the complex universe of the silent observers. Observation is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows you to anticipate obstacles and avoid the clumsy mistakes the crowd makes through impulsivity. You are the one who listens when everyone else is talking, the one who understands the why behind the how. This intellectual depth is the engine behind the greatest inventors and strategists in history. However, there is a critical threshold where analysis turns into paralysis. By trying to calculate everything, you eventually stop daring to do anything. You wait for the perfect moment, the flawless plan, the alignment of stars that never comes. While you are dissecting the risks, life keeps moving forward without waiting for you. We often mistake thinking for progressing. We tell ourselves that by ruminating on a problem for hours, we are working on it. But there is a profound difference between a mind that explores and a mind that wanders. When you are stuck in observation mode, you are essentially a spectator of your own potential. You see the paths, you see the traps, but your feet never touch the soil of the road. This creates a psychological gap, a tension between who you are and who you know you could be. This gap is where anxiety is born. The real danger is intellectual self-sabotage. It is that precise moment when your intelligence turns against itself. You begin to imagine catastrophe scenarios, attributing hidden intentions to every gesture and overcomplicating situations that simply require spontaneity. Your brain becomes a machine for producing doubt. Excessive thinking acts like a slow-acting poison that drains your energy reservoir before you've even laid the first stone of your project. You end up exhausted by battles that only exist inside your head, fighting enemies made of ink and shadows, while the real world remains untouched. Consider the cost of your silence. Every time you observe a brilliant idea but fail to voice it, or notice a market gap but fail to fill it, you are losing a piece of your authority. The world doesn't reward the person who had the idea first. It rewards the person who executed it. If you spend your life as a chronic observer, you will eventually find yourself surrounded by the achievements of people who are less intelligent than you, but more courageous. They didn't wait to understand the whole map. They just started walking. To break this cycle, you must understand a fundamental truth. Clarity does not come from thinking. It comes from acting. Observation must be a springboard, not a destination. A great mind without execution remains a ghost in the machine. You must learn to develop what is called bias for action. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means recognizing that a 70% certain plan executed today is worth more than a 100% certain plan that takes 3 years to develop. The feedback you get from one failure will teach you more than 1,000 hours of theoretical meditation. Learn to trust your instinct as much as your logic. Your gut often knows the answer long before your conscious mind has finished its spreadsheet. Perfection is an illusion used as an excuse for the fear of failure. It is a shield we use to protect ourselves from being judged. But the truth is, the world is too busy with its own problems to judge your messy first steps. Accept the imperfection of movement. Take the leap, adjust along the way, and use your sense of observation to correct your trajectory rather than to stay pinned to the ground. You must set boundaries for your own mind. Give yourself a time limit for reflection. If you cannot decide in 20 minutes, decide by a coin toss and commit to the result. The goal is to move the needle of your life from theory to practice. Your high-level perception is a superpower, but a power that isn't directed toward a target is just wasted energy. It's like a laser that illuminates a room, but never cuts through the metal. Transform your introspection into fuel. Stop letting your thoughts be the brakes on your destiny. Make them the engine. The world doesn't just need people who understand. It needs people who act. Your vision is unique. Your perspective is deep. And your ability to see the truth is vital. But all of that is meaningless if it stays locked behind your eyes. Settle the internal debate. Stop being a passenger in your own consciousness. Get out of your head and start building in the real world. That is where your potential will stop being a mere observation and become a personal.